everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll teach you how to make this glamorous, one-of-a-kind jewelry box. It's perfect to give as a Mother's Day's gift because it's inexpensive and easy to make, so you can make several to give out as Mother's Day gifts. I also want to let you all know that I'll be uploading a video every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now when you don't get my notification, you'll already know when to expect a new video. Also, if you make it to the end of the video, be sure to leave a smiley face emoji for a chance to win a roll of silver Dollar Tree bling. Now on to the DIY. For this DIY, I'll be using this wooden box that I picked up from Michael's. This one has a little latch on the front and I'll be removing that later. And there's the skew on the back if you're interested in using the same box. First thing you want to do is paint your box. I have some silver spray paint and some silver acrylic paint. Today I'll use the acrylic paint. In this DIY, I'll be designing the box as we go along the way. I had one of these Dollar Tree 5-inch square mirrors sitting nearby, so I decided to give it a try. It doesn't cover the entire lid, but I can definitely work with it. I started out by painting the top of the box. I left the mirror in place because there's no need to paint underneath there because I will be gluing it down later. Here I'm using a foam brush to apply the paint, but you can use a regular paintbrush. And once the first coat dries, I'll add a second coat. The box is now dry and this is what it looks like after 2 coats of the acrylic paint. I also removed the hardware and I realized I need to add a little bit paint along the edge where I'll be adding the mirror later. Here's another look at the box before I go on to the next step. First thing you want to do is center your mirror, and I've decided to use some of the bling wrap on top, so I'm going to use equal amounts of bling on each side of the lid. So here I'm just measuring. That ended up being 9 rows of bling on each side of the mirror. Next thing you want to do is glue your bling wrap in place. Here I'm using some of the Dollar Tree FIXALL, but feel free to use the glue of your choice. I used a popsicle stick to spread the glue out evenly, laid the bling wrap on top, made sure that it was smooth, and then repeated the same steps on the other side. Next, I glued my mirror in place using some E6000 because I might apply a handle later, so I want to make sure that the mirror is glued down permanently. Remember to remove the feet before you glue the mirror in place. There was still a little bit of the lid showing, so I used a strip of bling in the front and in the back of the mirror to cover it. Now I'm going to trim out the entire lid with some additional bling. Again, I'll be using some of the Dollar Tree FIXALL to glue it in place because it dries clear and it'll create a decent hold. I'm done applying the bling wrap to the lid of the box, and here I'm just showing you that I did cut out some of the bling to accommodate the hinges. So I'm going to let this dry for about 30 minutes, come back and go on to the next step. Moving right along, I decided to decorate the bottom of my jewelry box with some mirror towel. So all I did was just laid it against the box, measured it, folded the towel, and then cut it. The towel comes with adhesive, so you just peel off the paper and then press it in place. Be sure to take your time because you want to make sure that it's put on straight. Now repeat those steps until the lower part of your box is completely covered. After I was done adding the mirror towel, I decided to add 2 rows of bling around the outside of the mirror. Next, I decided to add some flower bling to my design as well. So I just cut some individual pieces, burned off the threads, and then glued them in place with a hot glue gun. As you can see, I added 3 flowers to each corner of the box. Now I'm adding one individual flower on each corner of the mirror. If you follow those steps, your box should look like this. I wanted to create a smoother transition from the bling wrap to the mirror towel, so I trimmed out the mirror towel with 2 rows of bling. And as you can see, I did that around the entire lower part of the box. And I think that worked out perfect. Next, I added some rhinestones to each one of the flowers. Once you're done adding your rhinestones, your box should look like this. I decided to use some of these Dollar Tree magnets to create feet for my box. I already had these on hand, so I decided to give them a try. I've also used some of the Dollar Tree glass gems to create feet in past videos. As you can see, the magnets did not match, so I painted 5 of them silver. Next, I added a band of bling wrap around each magnet. Now I'll glue 4 of the magnets on the bottom of the box to create feet. I'm using E6000 along with hot glue to make sure that they stay on permanently. Since I removed the original latch, I decided to use the 5th magnet to make a decorative latch. So I just used my hot glue gun to glue 6 flowers on top of the magnet. Once I was done, I glued it in place with some E6000 and hot glue. I think this latch is a whole lot prettier than the original latch. I finished it off by adding some rhinestones. And once you're done, your box should look like this. Now if you decide you don't want to create a latch, you can create a handle. And here I'll show you how to add a glass knob to the top of your lid to create a really beautiful handle. I'm using some E6000 to glue this crystal knob onto the glass to make sure that it's a permanent hold, and I'll be sure to leave a link below to where you can purchase this knob as well. After you put the knob in place, rotate your jewelry box to make sure that it's centered. Once you do that, you can put it aside to dry. But I decided to add some flowers around my knob to make it more decorative. Off camera, I added some tape to my knob to hold it down firmly while it dried. I also added some rhinestones to the flower bling. I think this is a beautiful alternative to the latch. Here's a view of the box from the top, the front, the side, and the back. And I think it turned out gorgeous. It's definitely elegant and glam. Now all that's left to do is to paint the inside, but as for me, I'm going to use some napkins that I purchased from Dollar Tree and Mod Podge those on the inside. And I'll come back and let you guys see what that looks like. Okay everyone, this concludes my DIY. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Remember, I'll be uploading videos every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I hope to catch you guys then. You can also check in with me on my YouTube community. I'll be checking in daily. So if you have a DIY request, make sure you leave it there. Okay everyone, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.